What's up? Welcome to another episode of PsycKicks. My name is Liv, and this is part 2 of reacting to the Prop Up People's video, Incredible Decay and Working Power Inside an Abandoned Prison. This week we're talking about part 2 of this reaction video, and yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Liv, I'm a psychic medium, and in addition to reaction videos of just haunted places, like we talked about this last week, everything is haunted. In a sense, it's not haunted in like the Zach Bagans ghost encounters, paranormal discovery things all the time, like it's portrayed in a lot of pop culture. But as a medium, the only thing I'm doing is channeling the energy of souls, souls of people, animals, the energy of places. That's what souls are. Souls are energy, and that is just what I'm doing. I am channeling that energy to bring it as a medium into the form of communication to you guys. So that's what we talk about on this channel. We talk about all things spiritual, paranormal, spooky, metaphysical, and in between. Sorry, it's like a long day for me. But in part 1, we talked about how there was a man, the soul of a man, who was a maintenance person, and someone who worked in the laundry room. I, for the past like couple minutes, have been feeling like there is an older elderly man, and he says that he was a maintenance man and laundry man for this prison. We talked about the like sneaky things that would happen in the kitchen with the people that worked in the kitchen at this abandoned prison. He was the person that knew he could get away with things because people weren't smart enough to notice the stuff that he was doing. And that's kind of how the people in the kitchen were. A little bit of a sort of more scary and melancholy energy of a man who was shouting about his innocence, but I believe that, I don't know if he was innocent or not. I feel like he might have had mental health issues that caused his reason to be in the prison. It was odd. We're still figuring it out in part 2, but anyways, let's see what part 2 has in store. Let's get into it.
These are bigger cells. Oh, but it was 4 to a cell.
These are different. This was a much newer cell block.
Yeah,
No arched roof.
This was added on for sure. Let me see what this writing is in here.
Dude, I love all the stuff that says Nirvana. Okay, because I know in part 1 I said that this place was maybe abandoned in the 70s, but as we were watching, there's like souls that were stepping forward, and they looked a lot, what should I say, younger than the 70s, so the 90s or 2000s makes sense. That's just so interesting. I don't know, but people could have also written those things later. I don't know. I'm not sure when it was abandoned, but either way, it's pretty freaking cool.
Come check this one out.
Oh, wow. That's pretty nice. Abdullah with Cool Ass Bob, Velo, and Bug. Representing to the fullest. Let's go check out the next cell block. kind of funny that they bothered like wrapping up all the chairs to protect them, but then they just abandon them for so long that they get destroyed anyway.
What's a waste of effort?
All the tables are solid concrete. This one's similar to the one we were just in.
Yeah.
Yep, 5 to a cell up here. And the pooper right there.
So this is interesting. I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, who wants to talk to me? What energy wants to step forward to give information about things? And I'm not getting anything, but they're also in the newer portion of the prison. So I think that's interesting. I think I've already mentioned that I thought this prison might have been built in like sections, and each section that was built in one era or time housed people while they were building the new sections, or the prison themselves may have even helped build the sections. I'm not sure about that because I heard like not really. But that's why I'm not getting as much information, because it's newer. This section of the prison is newer. Because I was like, why isn't this working? My spirit guides popped in for a second and were like, you have to remember where they are. And I was like, oh, got it. So let's see if they go to an older part of the building that wants to speak a little bit more. We'll see.
Cop just did a slow roll around the whole perimeter of this place, so we're gonna try to keep it quiet for a bit.
Intake. This has bars all over. And drop ceiling.
I don't know how to get in there.
Upstairs. I'll come down those stairs later.
How do you even get up there? I mean, maybe these stairs do.
No, they don't. Because the other block we were just in also didn't connect. Yeah, and this is an original block. Yeah, this is a way older block here. Wonder if the lights will turn on this one. These are really cramped tight.
So in these older cell blocks, they're talking about like having one toilet to each cell, no matter how many people are in the cell itself. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking to myself, these buildings, or this part of the building, is really old, but the toilets look newer than the toilets that are in the newer part of the building, because they're like all stainless steel, right? But the ones in the other building that are the newer portions of the prison are painted. And painted ones in my brain are like, okay, those are older toilets, but the stainless steel ones would be newer. And what someone just said, like just transiently, like a soul that passed through, or in my mind, was like, they didn't have bathrooms in the cells. You got to go to the bathroom like once or twice or 3 times a day, but there was like a designated area for everyone to use the bathroom, and they would just take like 1 or 2 or groups of people, take them to the bathroom, and that's when you got to go. And if you didn't go, that's it. You didn't have bathroom privacy or like bathroom privileges outside of the designated times that you were allowed to go in the older portions of the cell block. Hence why the toilets look newer, because they put them in later and maybe renovated the bathroom areas to be different. So I don't know how true that is, because again, I don't know what the name of this prison is, so I can't look it up. But I don't know, that's just the information that I got a little bit from a soul that was just like, here's that tidbit that you're looking for. But moving on.
tiling in here still strikes me as more modern than what the rest of the building looks like.
There goes the power.
Kind of get out to a courtyard here.
A little bit tricky.
That yellow thing up there looks like a big siren. Probably if there was an escape or something. Oh, there's uniforms in here. Sure had a lot of these helmets. That still looks crazy.
Oh, this one looks pretty clean. Yeah, this one has no tables. That's why it looks clean. There's nothing in the middle.
Pistol. You see this? Smith & Wesson.
This one's got the fluorescent lights and the tables in the middle, just like the first two.
Yeah.
And the wall in the middle. The one we were just in did not have the wall in the middle.
No.
This one's really old. This cell block. They're walking up and there's a guy who was like in charge of this cell block. I feel like he's probably from the 1930s or 40s. I feel like he probably served in the military at one time because he gives me that sort of like military officer feel. And I feel like he may have lived on the grounds at one point in time as like a corrections officer or someone who was in charge of the prison, or at least this part of the prison, and he worked directly with like the cellmates. I don't think he was a guard, but he oversaw the workings of this part of the cell block, which is interesting. He has a mustache. He's a gray mustache. He's probably like in his 50s or 60s, and he's wearing like very military looking clothes ish or a uniform. I don't think it was a uniform, it's just how he dressed. So, okay, moving on. Sorry, I should say that the reason I wanted to stop and pick that out, and it doesn't make any sense to me, but there's like a dog with him. He has like a schnauzer looking dog or something. But I'm thinking, okay, you probably didn't bring a dog into a prison. Or if you did, maybe it was just like your little guard dog, but it's just following him around, and it's like a small schnauzer, like a medium or smaller sized one, which is just weird to me. So that could be entirely wrong. But it's something that popped into my head, so I'm going to tell it to you guys. And he seems very just like prominent as a person in this section of the prison.
For some reason, this is the first cell block I'm noticing showers in. I don't know if the other ones didn't have them or if I just didn't see them.
RHU, whatever that meant. Separate divided. These doors are solid. The others are barred.
Yeah, this is definitely higher security or something. Jeez Louise.
Can I even open this?
I'm surprised there's even 2 beds in these cells. This seems like the type of door that you would put someone really dangerous behind. These doors are someone really dangerous behind. The hole.
75 days in the hole for what?
So what did you guys think? Did you enjoy this? I think it was pretty laid back, honestly. A little bit more laid back of a investigation reaction video. If you guys are also people that enjoy the proper people, please let me know if there's a certain video that you'd like me to react to in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more content like this, I'm doing like more spiritual things on the podcast because everyone on YouTube likes to watch things because it's YouTube, you know. So the reaction videos and like more buzzwordy feed topics like werewolves and listener stories are really, really fun. But if you're into more like enlightening spiritual content, head on over to the podcast. The podcast, there will be a link in the description below, and that's always fun too. So until next time, thanks for watching. This is PsycKicks. Peace.